So let's get started with our vendor corner, getting to know your vendor. Episode 4, I've got Steve Baxley here with me from HWA. Welcome, Steve. How we doing?
Good morning. Good morning. Happy to be here.
Excellent. Excellent. So as we do with all of our vendors, we just want to be able to put a name to the face, have our agents feel more comfortable reaching out, having conversation with you. Also, just, what do we need to know about the home warranty industry? So I got a few questions prepared, if that's all right with you. So tell me, in your industry, what are the newest trends that you're seeing that homeowners, buyers, and agents should all be paying attention to? Because it's not just new buyers, right? It's existing homeowners.
Right.
So what should homeowners, buyers, and agents be paying attention to in the home warranty sector right now?
Yeah, I would say the first thing is that, when you think of a home warranty, you're thinking about, getting a year of coverage, which is great. Having a full year is awesome. But with the home warranty, at least with HWA, it doesn't have to be just 1 year. We have up to 5 years of coverage we can provide. And as far as a trend, where I'm really seeing a trend these days I did not see before, is where you have sellers and buyers coming together in a negotiation and they're agreeing on a multi-year warranty. And a lot of times where this is coming from is where you have a buyer asking the seller to replace an HVAC system. And that HVAC system might be working great. It's just old. So, of course, the seller, he's reluctant to do that because it's going to cost him 10 grand or more. But you understand the buyer, because the buyer, they don't want to move in and then have to kick out another $10,000, $12,000, $15,000. So we're seeing where they will come to an agreement on a multi-year warranty. Shoot, you can get the most comprehensive coverage in the industry, 5 years for $2,600, which is
that's great.
Drop in the bucket compared to a new HVAC system.
Sure. I've actually done that in the past. I did a 2-year warranty because the HVAC was from the 80s.
Yeah. Yes.
I was like, I'm that old. So what would you say are the biggest mistakes clients make when working with you, and how can they avoid making those mistakes?
I would say not using me as a resource. And what I mean by that is, you've probably seen it before where you've got clients you've worked with for months on end, trying to help them find that perfect home. And there really is no perfect home, because any home, even a new construction home, at some point, something's going to stop working. So a lot of times you have these buyers that you've been working with them for forever. You find that home, and then right there at the end, they get cold feet and they want to walk away for no other reason than the home has old systems and appliances. Well, even if those systems and appliances were brand new, they're going to stop working at some point.
Sure.
So if those agents would take the time to say, hey, I want you to talk to somebody, and then provide them with my name and number, I'll get on the phone and I'll talk them off the cliff and let them know, hey, I understand the concerns, but that's what a home warranty is there for. You can get up to 5 years of coverage, which is going to protect you when things do stop working. So if this is the home for you, if it's the perfect home, don't let it slip away just because you're scared of the age.
Understood. No, I think that's good sound advice. Can you walk us through your process? Explain what clients should expect when working with you in HWA?
Sure. So as far as the process, I'm always available to talk to folks beforehand. So if someone doesn't really understand the home warranty, the coverage, or the process, they can call me first. So as far as the process, start off by encouraging them to have a conversation with me. From that point, you need an invoice, whether that's for the closing attorney or for the client. If it's going to be paid at closing, then all you need to do is reach out to me to ask me what information I need, which is really simple. I'll provide you with the information I need. You can email, text that back over. I'll create the invoice, send it to you. You can either forward it to the closing attorney, who will send us a check at closing, or if this is something that's going to be paid outside of closing or even after closing by the client, then you can send it to them. They can call in, make payment by credit card, and then once they make payment, then they're ready to go. We're going to send them an email basically saying, hey, congratulations, your home is now covered. It'll detail all of the items that they have covered and explain to them how to file a claim.
Very cool. You may have kind of already answered this one, but what advice would you give first-time home buyers to help them feel more confident in the process?
Yeah, I would say utilize the resource, meaning give me a call. Let me explain to you what the home warranty is about so that you have a complete understanding. So often I'll have folks that don't really understand all of the neat things about the home warranty. For example, with our Diamond plan, which is our best plan, if you have a claim that damages the home, which is very common with plumbing, for example, a pipe in the wall, maybe a pipe up here, it burst. The home warranty covers the pipe, but the water, when it leaks and it damages the hardwood floors, that turns into a home insurance claim. But the Diamond plan is going to pay $1,000 towards your home insurance deductible. And so often, people don't realize that, or they don't take time to read the brochure. But if they call me, I'll make sure that they understand not only that little nugget, but all the little nuggets that come into the home warranty.
Sure, absolutely. What are some common myths or misconceptions that people have about the home warranty industry?
I would say that the home warranty doesn't cover anything, or I think that's the biggest one, which is it is amazing. In fact, agents in this office, I didn't get permission to call out their names, but ask me, and I'll be glad to give you some references in this office of people that have had HVAC systems replaced, microwaves replaced, dryers replaced, all types of things replaced. So the home warranty, it will save you just an enormous amount of money in the long run, especially if you take time to understand the warranty and what all it covers.
Okay. And in the last few years, what have been the biggest or the biggest change that's happened in your industry? And what do you expect from your industry moving forward?
So I think the biggest thing that's happened, if you go back pre-COVID, and you know this, PJ, most transactions had a home warranty on them. It was just, that was the process. So normally you would have a home warranty involved in the transaction. Then the market right around COVID, right after COVID, it got so incredibly hot. You couldn't ask for a home warranty. People were skipping inspections, buying houses sight unseen. So I think a lot of agents kind of forgot to ask for the home warranty, or got out of the habit of asking for a home warranty. Now we've got a more normalized market, but it's kind of one of those things where people kind of get out of the habit and they forget to ask for the home warranty. So as far as a trend, we've seen actually, HWA has a direct-to-consumer product where HWA will sell home warranties to people that are just regular homeowners. So the trend has been more and more people are not getting the home warranty at closing, but they're calling us to get the home warranty later. And the sad thing about that is we provide a different level of coverage when you get a home warranty through a realtor. It's a much more comprehensive plan than you would if you just called into HWA.
I think that's great information, and I think for all of our real estate agents at home watching, they should really know how to explain that to someone, because that could make a huge difference. On the same topic of your industry, what do you see changing going forward? Whether you agree or disagree with the changes, what do you see coming for your industry?
For our industry, I think you're probably going to see a lot more technology that's covered with smart homes. I've heard a lot of talk about that because it seems like with AI and smart home technology, there are more and more things that are just outside of the realm of the traditional dishwasher or traditional microwave oven. You've got some of these refrigerators now with near about NASA technology. So I think you're going to see a lot more advanced coverage with home warranties, or at least the options.
Yeah, that makes sense. If I were wanting to get involved in the home warranty, and don't worry, I don't. But if I wanted to, what are some red flags that I should look out for, or some things? There's a ton of home warranty companies out there. And obviously, I mean, they all do something to some sort of adequate or good level, or they wouldn't still be in business.
Right.
So what are the red flags that you look at when you're analyzing a home warranty?
So the first thing I want to know is, what is your coverage like with the major items? And number one jumps out as HVAC.
Sure.
So if I was looking to get a home warranty, and if I wasn't in the home warranty industry, the first thing I would want to do is call the company and just shop around and say, hey, I've got a 10-year, 15-year-old HVAC system. If this thing stops working, tell me what you're going to do, how much of it is covered. And if you can't get a straight answer, that's a huge red flag. And there are
Sure.
quite a number of companies that it is like pulling teeth to get the answer. Sometimes you can't. With HWA, we're very transparent. We have a $5,000 wholesale cap. What that means is we actually buy HVAC systems from the major companies like Carrier and Rheem. We buy thousands and thousands every year, and we get a wholesale rate. We can get a complete HVAC system for under $5,000. Usually it's about $3,700, believe it or not. It's crazy. So our wholesale number is $5,000, meaning when your system stops working, it has to be replaced, you're not going to pay anything for the actual system 99% of the time. You might have to pay a little bit for code violations or modifications to get it installed. But the big thing you always want to do, call the companies, ask them, if my HVAC system has to be replaced, how much of it are you going to cover?
And that would equate to furnaces, hot water heaters.
Yes.
I'm thinking of like your big ticket items.
Yes, yes.
Okay. What separates a great HVAC? What separates a great warranty company from a mediocre one? Or I don't know if you just answered that or not, but what else would you say? This is what you want to look for, and this is what makes them great.
I would say, look at the rep. Do you have a rep that do you know his first name or her first name? If you call them, are they going to pick up the phone? And if they don't pick up the phone, are they going to get back to you? Because you're going to have coverage questions. You're going to have homeowners that are going to ask you, hey, does this company cover toilet wax rings? And you're going to be like, I have a million things going on, and I don't have an hour and a half to look that up. You need someone where you can just say, hey, call this person. They'll answer that question and all of your questions. You need someone that'll not just answer the questions, but will be there when you need help.
I couldn't agree with you anymore. I've been in that situation, and I know you've helped me out before in the past, other home warranty reps, and it really makes a difference when you don't know that person because this stuff always goes down at like 10:30 at night, 2 o'clock in the morning, something like that.
Yep.
You know, and it really does make a difference who the rep is. So I can't agree with you anymore on that. Can you share with us maybe a little memorable client success story, or something was just going left all the way and you were able to come in, or your company was able to really kind of put somebody at ease?
Yeah, a couple of different things there. So it is amazing how many times you will have first-time home buyers that are in an absolute panic because it took every single penny that they had to get into the home and then some, and then they move in, and then 2 minutes down the line, the HVAC is not working. And sometimes they're in near about tears because they know, hey, I don't have $10,000, $15,000. And a lot of times we have new homeowners, they're so excited, they go and max out all their credit after the purchase to get furniture and other items, which it's understandable. And then the HVAC breaks. It's like, oh my God, just being able to talk them off the cliff and let them know that, hey, your realtor did a great job. They protected you. You've got the home warranty. We're going to have our guys out there. They're going to look at it. And if we repair it, you're not going to pay a penny. You're good. And if it has to be replaced, you're still not going to pay anything for the system. You'll have to pay a little bit for the modifications and code violations, but you're good. You're good. You don't have to worry about that. That is rewarding. The other thing that's really rewarding is when you have maybe a newer agent that has worked really, really hard, and maybe it's that first deal. And they say, man, I have put months and months into this, and they're getting ready to walk. And then I'll say, well, let me talk to them. They'll put me on the phone with the client, and I'll explain how the home warranty will protect them. They don't have to, worry about, moving in and things breaking. That's what the home warranty is for. So my goodness, don't lose that home that you've worked so hard to find. Those are the rewarding moments for sure. And also when I'm sitting in the market center and I have a rep come in with our warranty, this is, hey, you just got me a microwave. That makes me feel good.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. What would you say is the best advice you could give to some of our newer real estate agents out there and how they can build a strong relationship with you?
Yeah, so I always encourage everyone, give me a call and let me know when we can meet. It could be over, outside the training room. It could be at Panera. You can take me to lunch, You're
the one always taking us to lunch.
No, I'm kidding. I'm happy to treat. But we can strategize together. There are so many strategies around how to use the home warranty to help you get listings, to help you with buyers. Let me be a resource for you. For example, let's say you're calling on FSBOs. If a FSBO were to call me and say, hey, I want to get a home warranty and I want to offer it to my buyers. Sorry, we don't work with FSBOs like that. There's nothing I can do for you. However, if you door knock on a FSBO or you call a FSBO and then they're like, well, why should I use you? Say, well, how long has your home been on the market? Oh, it's been on the market for 60 days. How old's your hot water heater? I don't know, maybe 20 years old. It's going to go at some point. Wouldn't it be nice when it does go if you didn't have to pay for the new one? If you let me sell your home, if this home is on the market another 60 days or however long and that hot water heater goes out, guess what? Because you're working with me, that's covered. So you let me help you strategize about how to get more listings, how to work with FSBOs.
I like that. That's great.
Just there's a lot of little things that I'd love to share with you to maybe help you build your business.
Oh, we love that. That's what makes the world go around, right? So, what questions haven't we talked about, or what about HWA is it important for our homeowners out there, our first-time home buyers, our agents? What is it important that they know or that you want to share?
Yeah, I think one of the main things I'd love to share is you can get a home warranty at any time. Let's say that you had a transaction that closed 6 months ago and you really wanted them to have a home warranty, but there were so many things negotiated that you couldn't ask for a home warranty maybe, but you really wanted them to get one. They can still get one. You can get a home warranty at any time. Just make sure they call me so that they're getting the realtor product and not the direct-to-consumer product. So maybe use it as a touch point when you're reaching back out to clients to try and get referrals. Ask them, hey, how's the home going? Have you looked into getting a home warranty? You haven't? Well, let me put you in touch with somebody that can answer your questions and set you up on a plan. So you can get a home warranty anytime.
I think that's really important to know. So that's good, especially the agent versus the direct to consumer.
Yeah.
So, well, Steve, thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah,
it's
man,
always a pleasure.
You, PJ.
Great to see you.
Yeah, you too.
And we appreciate you guys being here. And thank you. That's a wrap for episode 4.
Thanks.